Hey, so I'm making a quick update on my MF tornado shot character. I think at this point, I have about like 40 plus divines invested, maybe more. I don't really know. Don't really keep track. And I also want to talk about, when you should swap to TS. So like a 2-in-1 video, because I get this question all day on stream. And yeah, if you do want to watch me, I do stream like every day, fucking 18 hours a day or whatever. But yeah. So when should you swap to TS? Let's answer that question first. So you swap to TS, and this is just my opinion. You can swap when you want. If you want to swap an axe, right? Personally, I don't like using GMP and stuff, but hey, if you want to do it, do it. So I swap to TS when I have these 2 medium clusters. So when I have 2 streamline repeater combos, these are very cheap, like 15 chaos. So when I have 2 of these, so you will also need a large cluster. But yeah, so when I have 2 of these, because it's 40% projectile speed, and when I have a +1 hour quiver. So when I have both of these, that's when I would swap to TS. So you have 6 arrows and you have a good enough proj speed. Because if you start to TS without these medium clusters and your only proj speed is this, it really doesn't feel that good. So yeah, that's the question. When I start to TS, that's when. Personally, I stick to lightning arrow until I got headhunter. But if you want to start TS earlier, feel free to. LA is very good. Okay, now let's talk about the update on my MF character. I've changed a lot, like to the POB, and the reason why is that charms, new jewels. So yeah, let's just talk about it real quick. So yeah, it's like 400 plus divines invested. Obviously, headhunter here is a big portion of it. It's extremely expensive, 170 divines. But yeah, we got some GG Venters, so 6 link Kyries. We got my ideal MF helmet now, triple rarity, intelligence, max life. Intelligence would be a little higher, but +1 hour quiver. The simplex amulet, the thing's also extremely expensive. Just the base alone is, yeah, kind of 100 divines. So yeah, maybe if I, actually sold like pieces, it's like more like a 500 plus divine character, but I bought them for a little bit cheaper, of course. I only bought this amulet for like 30 divines. And like another like 10, I think 15 divines or something to craft it. So yeah. So let's look at the character, the charms, and all that. So the charms I'm using right now is +1 crit and +1 projectile. So I have 2 +1 crits and I have 1 +1 projectile. I think the end goal is to have 2 or 3 projectiles. I don't think you need an insane amount of arrows, but I'm already at 9 arrows. And at 9 arrows, it's kind of like good enough. I think at 10 arrows, it's kind of like the limit. Going to 11, you really won't feel that much of a difference. So I think you want 2 or 3 projectile charms, or 2 projectile charms and 1 on right here. If you don't know, that which was taken can get plus projectiles on it. It's exactly like the charms, except it chooses like 4 random mods, I believe, or something. So yeah, you can also get +1 projectile on here. So I think the goal is to get like, I guess 2 or 3 projectiles combined with the charms and the jewel. These +1 crits are really nice because you easily get crit cap, easily. If you're lightning arrow, right, if you're watching this video and you're low budget, these are cheap. Just buy them. You get crit cap, it's a lot of damage. So yeah, I'm solving my phasing right now through this +1 crit / phasing on kill. Extremely nice, but probably pretty expensive now. More flash charges from this projectile charm I got for pretty cheap, pretty nice, like 20 divs. This is this ES on kill, which is actually nice. I do want some form of ES on hit or ES on kill. I'll talk about this I guess a little later, but it's for defense. And that which was taken, this is how I'm solving my power charge on crit and how I'm going to onslaught on kill. Because I really don't want to drop my Jade Flask. And I would prefer to keep my Gold Flask as well. Rarity is pretty important early on in the league. So yeah, so I'm getting onslaught and power charge on crit. I do want to say, if you want to copy me, don't copy 1-to-1. There's tons of ways to get onslaught. You know how to copy this jewel. You can get onslaught on one of your charms. You can get phasing on your charms, right? You can get power charge crit on your charms. You get power charge crit on your link setups. Oh, it's a little bit hard and sometimes inconsistent. So yeah, don't copy 1-to-1. This league is pretty much all about customizing your character to the way you can. I think it'll be really hard to copy 1-to-1 to a character. Just keep that in mind. So yes, that's what I'm doing for my charms right now. I do want to get like another +1 projectile. And I think at +2 projectiles at 10 projectiles for my tornado shot, I'll be fine. Let's see, outside of that, I want to talk about the defense and MF this league. So MF this league is absolutely insane. It's broken, right? I don't think nothing competes with MF at the very high end. And even with 400 plus divines in my character or 500 divines, I'm still like nowhere near close to being like done. You need a really insane character, really insane MF character this league to min max. It's because the league character is insane. Make some mobs, drop an insane amount of loot, but also they are insanely tanky and they do so much damage to the point where white mobs can one-shot you. So yeah, let's talk about the defense real quick. The whole reason why I'm not using the greeds, I need the defense. This is going to be spell suppress cap, and the 3k evasion is massive. As you can see with my evasion, my Jade Flask up, I'm 87% chance to evade. So I'm almost evade cap. And I also have the Watcher's Eye with plus evade right here. I'm using this Watcher's Eye, chaos resist, and evade for all affected by grace to get close to that evade cap. Because once again, everything like one shots, so the only defense is like evasion. So yeah, I try to make a character extremely tanky. So I did that by evasion, a decent amount of life, 3.7k for MF characters, decent amount of life. And I also have spell suppress cap. So yeah, my plans for more tanky is also have of course. This is my plans to stay tanky. I really want to keep a high life pool. I want to keep high evasion, and I want to keep cast spell suppression. I think it's going to be mandatory for this league. If you're missing any of these 3 key components, you're going to just permanently die in maps. Let's see. Next thing I guess is like offense. So offense is going to be extremely important because you kill stuff, and the faster you kill stuff, less likely you are to die. Right? Do real quick. So a mere tier bow, as soon as I can get it, it's going to be a huge upgrade. But this is what I'm selling with right now. It's just tier 3 essence with plus 2 arrows. Plus arrows is very important for TS. So 1000 LA DPS bow, but yeah. So yeah, next big upgrade will be a mere tier bow. I'm also using Forbidden Flames and Forbidden Flesh. The reason why I'm doing this league and why I wasn't doing it in previous leagues, you wanted to use Petrified Blood because you needed vitality. You needed vitality because you ran comms. Since comms is out of the game now, they completely nerfed it. I can run these, and the big benefit of running these is that you get to keep your full life pool, and of course divination and still it always works. That's also another big benefit. So yeah, I get to keep your full life pool with Forbidden Flame and Forbidden Flesh, and I don't have to sacrifice an aura. So if you don't have these, you unfortunately have to sacrifice an aura, which means you're going to lose some defense. That's a big reason why this is essentially plus 35% mana reservation because you don't use Petrified Blood. Maybe I switch out these in the end game, but I really like this right now because I like all my auras. So yeah, the auras I'm running right now is just haste, a Purity of Elements, grace, and precision. So if you don't have these Forbidden Jewels, you'll have to drop, probably haste, and that would suck. That's a lot of move speed and a lot of damage, or Purity of Elements, but I wouldn't recommend that. Also, do not drop Grace. You really need Grace. Do not drop this. So yeah, that's why I'm using this Forbidden Flame, Forbidden Flesh, and along with this mastery right here, the Flash Mastery, it allows me to use Divination Still It, a full life, and therefore I can use it. If you don't have these, maybe you just don't use Divination Still It. To talk about that real quick, I think semi-MF is completely viable this league because the Lumen Cac is just that insane. I farmed my Headhunter with only 41% quant, and I was making a ton of profit even with that little quant. So yeah, I think semi-MF is completely viable. So also why not using greeds, right? Want to see my current MF, 72% and 250% rarity, which is a 300% rarity with the helmet effect. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for my Forbidden Flesh, Forbidden Flame. Feel free to copy it or don't. You get to use Petrified Blood. If you don't copy it, with Divination Distill It. Yeah, obviously Master of Hope's insane. You use Matter Vision Node to use all your auras. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. These charms aren't finalized, like I said, but these +1 power crit and max on power charges is really nice. And yeah, skills fire just on projectile is obviously always insane. And if you're wondering, I do think Tornado Shot this league is better than the last league. I think these charms plus this jewel is absolutely insane. Last league we had to actually sacrifice power to get this +1 projectiles. This is completely free, right? There's no cost. You had to use some like skill points over here. You have to use some skill points over here to get that +1 projectile. So yeah. Yeah, so that's probably it. Do I have like a map showcase? Yeah. I'll just end the video with the map showcase. I was asked that question before, so I'll just, stop talking for now. And that's the end of the video. If you watch the map, once again, I also stream on Twitch. So, feel free to come by if you have any questions or whatever. I just want to watch. Yep, do this map showcase real quick. And yep, that's it.